Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Believers and Achievers Zoom meeting. Hey, Danny. We're just getting started. I just started the recording. And mostly recording it for people who can't necessarily make it on right now. I'm going to try doing a couple things that I haven't done before, one of which is sharing my screen. However, before I do that, I want to know, are you ready for this? And I want to hear from each of you, if possible, why are you doing this Scentsy thing? Why are you doing it? I know, huh?
We're supposed
Who
to
wants
say it
to
out
go
loud?
first? Yeah, if you don't mind. And if you do mind, just say, you know what, I'm going to keep it to myself now. Oh, of course, the dog's going to go nuts now.
I need to pay bills, so
I do it.
I'm on my own now, so I need to pay bills.
Money's a good thing. It's a good motivator.
Yeah, take my stuff out.
Danny, did you try to say something?
I have to be quiet because the baby's right over there going to sleep. Okay, but I do it for socializing and extra income.
Nice.
And for fun.
Nice. Those are good reasons too.
So funny.
Betty, can I call on you?
Yes. Well, I do it for extra money so we can pay off the house and sell it and move to the ocean.
There you go. Move to the ocean. I always said that if I ever moved, it would be to the ocean. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Ashley, why do you?
No, Cooper. What was that?
Why do you do this Scentsy thing?
For extra income, something fun to do, being a stay-at-home mom, so.
Yep. The reason why I ask this is because it's always important to understand your why, and especially because sometimes we don't feel like doing it. And if you have a why, it'll be your reason why you're gonna, okay, I'm gonna pick up the phone, or I'm gonna send a text message, and I'm gonna book some parties, and I'm gonna work my business today. However, if you don't have a why, you might be like, I don't need to do this today because I don't feel like it. So it helps to get you feel like it going. I do have some recognition. Thank you so much. Oh, my why. I have a whole bunch. Hi, Heather Lambert. We're just sharing some whys. One of my whys, what jazzes me, if you will, is helping people have options in their world that they might not have if it weren't for Scentsy. I love to help the mom who's out there working 2 and 3 jobs to maybe have to only work 1 job and then maybe no job, so that she can have more time with her family. And personally, my big thing that I'm working towards this year is to increase my income with Scentsy enough so that I can buy a new car, because I've been payment free for I don't know how many years, and I don't have that budgeted in with my monies. So it's important to know what you're working towards. Short term, long term. Sometimes you just got to break it down into itty bitty goals so that you can get through, hey Heather, get through the day, get through the week, get through the month, because sometimes we're running hard and fast and our world is full and we can't really think 6 or 8 months down the road. We just have to get through right now. Hey, girl. Heather, do you want to share your why? I like that.
Oh, God. Look on the mantle. It's from the play date. Stop it. This is bad. This is very bad. Our daughter's a thief. How did this happen? How?
I can't hear you, Heather.
It's not. It's more Robin Hood.
I think somebody's TV is loud. We're getting a TV show.
My why right now, I'm looking to get rid of debt. Lots and lots of debt.
Mhm.
The boys have always wanted to go on a Disney cruise. I've always wanted to take them traveling, as many trips as we get to go on, and they never get to go.
Mhm.
And with Joey graduating next year, and Nick the year behind him, like we're running out of time. So so that's on my radar to take some family trips and to get rid of some of our weight in the form of debt, so that we can do that.
That weight can sit right here on your chest. You can't see everything that I'm doing, but it can sit right here on your chest
Yeah.
and right here on your mind, and it can stop you from doing the things
Mhm.
you want because you can't get past that. So those are good whys.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's it right now.
Okay. That's good. All right. So I do have a very, very much up-to-date celebration list, if you will. So we have one person who sponsored 2 people in the month of March so far. Selena Lloyd, who's a lead consultant in Maine, has 2 new people on her team. And then these next people all have 1 new people, and I'm on the list, so I'm wicked excited about that. So Heather Lambert, yay. Morgan Miles, myself,
Yay.
Melanie and Ron, Suzanne
Yay.
Huntington, Jill Crozier, Jessica Warren, and Chelsea O'Neill all have 1 new person on their team. For me, I always say that I'm not a rock star recruiter. However, I'm sharing the love out there, and you just never know when somebody's going to come back to you because they've been watching you. And this last person, I believe she's been watching me on Facebook. She's done an online party for me. So you don't know when the right time is going to be. So, and now as far as sales go, oh, and I didn't even capture the numbers. I only printed off.
More than $1.
So Rachel, top 10 as far as sales go. Rachel Diaz, lead consultant in Indiana. Danielle Wadsworth. Danielle, you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, superstar consultant in Maine. Melissa Gerard, certified consultant in Maine. Do you want to help me out?
Kelsey Hahn, just recently promoted to certified from Washington. Jerome Barrett, just recently certified from Florida. Is he one of yours, Heather? Nice.
Her dudes are rocking it, she said.
Amy B., certified from Maryland. Alex Lowell, star consultant from Washington.
Jean, is it Sally? Certified consultant from Pennsylvania. Carrie Weimer, certified consultant from Maryland. And Joy Racine, new certified consultant from Massachusetts. Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you where their to and froms are. Hello. No, that's not it. Help me out here. There. Okay. So their PRV is from just over 800 PRV to just over 1,400 PRV. So these folks are totally rocking. There we go. I had to find my way back. They're totally rocking their sales this month. I'm enjoying seeing Is that your little man who's supposed to be sleeping?
Yeah. He's supposed to be sleeping. Daddy's sleeping. Papa's awake. I'll say hi.
Man.
Say hi. Come say hi.
So
I'll bring you back.
I'm going to share with you. I got to see if I can do it. I'm going to share with you the screenshot. Oh, this is my very first time screen sharing with Zoom. So,
Say hi.
Hey!
Hi.
Aw.
Hold on, I'm not screen sharing anymore.
People.
Oh, man. There.
Time
Baby.
to go to bed. Night night.
So cute.
Night-night.
Bye-bye. Okay. I just love kids, and I love that most of us are all moms, and we get that it doesn't always work the way that we want it to. Our kids don't always go to bed when we want them to, and we figure it out.
Yeah. I'll mute it just a second.
Oh, poor buddy. Okay, so let me see if I can make this way. I'm getting there, maybe. Okay, so this was our agenda from, oh, hello, back. I didn't want to do that. I'll get there. This was our agenda from our team meeting that we had in person. And why are you doing this to me? Okay. And so the two things that we were sharing was prospecting and follow-up. Does anybody want to take a stab at what prospecting means? So okay, so I gave you 30 seconds of fame and nobody took a stab. So I'm gonna share.
I talked while I was muted. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. Go ahead, Heather.
It means finding all the peeps.
Yeah. And you're not looking for any one particular peep. You're just
No, I'll
looking
take all
for
of
new
them.
peep. Yes.
As many as you can find.
Yes. And once
Like
you
little nuggets of gold.
once you get to know them, once you find the gold, then you can figure out where the gold's going to fit. So I want you to take a look at the people that you're seeing on the screen. On the far right, it goes all the way down to the bottom where the girl has some kind of cool hair. People were out and about talking to people, and they came across these people. All of those folks are superstar directors today. If somebody hadn't have talked to those people, some of us wouldn't be here. So in the middle there, right underneath the fella, that's Jen Audette. So she's my upline superstar director and my my sponsor. And if somebody hadn't have talked to her, you guys wouldn't be here. So, and the people across the bottom, the person in the middle is the director. Now that person is also a veterinarian. So be sure that no matter where you are, you're always building relationships because you don't know what people want or need. And then the other two fellas, I think Ed Spicer, he's the one in the lower right. I think he's in security, but I'm not 100% sure. And Robbie, he's just a cool guy that I don't know that necessarily somebody might have talked to. So I gotta jump out of this for just a second and bring up another slide because people will say, where do you find people? They're everywhere. Everywhere you go. So if you were, and I need some input here, at the meeting I actually passed out little cards, but I can't pass out little cards over the internet. So at the meeting, if I asked them to say, okay, so if you saw this person at a playground, perhaps she's there with her grandchild, or perhaps she had children later in life. What might you say to her?
Oh, your grandchild is so cute.
Yeah. Nice. How about her? You're in a coffee shop.
I love your dress. It's so pretty.
I love the smell of coffee.
Yes, I love the smell of coffee. Yes, I love it. Okay, here's another one. Now you're the person in the end of the line. It's a dude, but that's okay. So Who would you talk to there?
That guy at the end of the line, waiting.
You are the guy at the end of the line.
Oh, then the guy in front of me.
Okay. And what do you say?
You say, "Oh, isn't that nice? She's trying so hard."
I think this girl
I
is,
remember being new once too.
yeah. All right. So now you're the girl who's checking out. What do you say to the cashier?
What a lovely day.
That's the best go-to. Talk about the weather because it's a great icebreaker. And you see how she has a big old smile, and you can tell she is totally making eye contact. That is huge. When you are looking to build relationships, maybe you go here every single week, and you might not know the person's name right away. It might be the lady with the brown hair and glasses, or it could be the funky tie guy. You might know them by something else. My challenge for you is, as you're building relationships, find out their name. Be okay to say, "Hey, my name's Melanie. What's your name? I see you here every week, and I just love to know your name." All right. What might you say to this lady who's watching her children, and she's got another one coming?
Fear not, here I come.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, you look so comfortable.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah. When do you do? I actually loved my pregnancy, so I would say I miss having my babies where I can take them with me everywhere. All right, so I'm going to skip past a couple. All right. How about this lady? She's one of my favorite ones.
Isn't it fun coming to the park?
Yeah. Yeah. How about these girls? How would you approach these girls just to chat with them?
I like your dress.
Yeah, love your dress. Are you Snapchatting? Because you got to teach me how to do that, because it looks like you might be Snapchatting, and I do not know how to Snapchat something. Look at this. So for me, this is the best way to spend the day, hanging out with your baby, big old smiles. So, oh, okay. So really, the challenge is to know that wherever you go, there are people, and building relationships with people, your business might not come up. Or maybe it does. Maybe you are branded, and maybe they ask you, "Hey, what's that Scentsy thing?" So if somebody asks you what that Scentsy thing is, what do you say to them?
Wickless Candles. Haven't you heard of us?
There you go.
It's my business. That's how I get to stay home with my kiddos.
Nice, nice. The biggest thing, oh, go ahead, Ashley.
I can't remember now what I was gonna say. I had it and then it left.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
So I love that both of you didn't overtell, because sometimes we get nervous and we feel like we have to tell them everything under the sun. And really, just a little carrot, just a little snippet, and let them ask you more. Or if they start to ask you more, you might say, "You know what? Wherever you are, this might not necessarily be the best time. I'd love to chat with you more. Can I get your information, and can I give you a business card, and we'll set something up?" So the reason for that is, and you might have an hour. However, if it's the first time that you're meeting them, you want to build a relationship, and it takes, isn't it 5 to 8 times, Heather, before somebody really has more of a relationship with you?
I don't know. I always hear different numbers.
Yeah.
But it's multiple anyway.
Yes. So touch points.
And it matters how much you have in common. Like if you have a common something, then it's less, and if you don't, then it's more.
Yep.
But yeah, multiple times anyway.
So questions about prospecting?
I think the important thing about prospecting is being present, being in the moment when you're out and about and doing whatever you're doing, so that you're noticing what's around you, who's around you. You're paying attention to life and you know, just being present and available. I think it's the most important thing.
It is, because sometimes we let life pass us by and we're in our own little bubble, and we have the opportunity to talk to people, but we're not seizing that moment because we're not present. There have been some folks, I don't remember whose video I watched, but somebody's video, they were like, I don't see anybody. So this is what I should have done with you. I forgot that I did this at the meeting. Where have you been in the last 2 days? So, and you write a list. So I'll give you a challenge for later. Write a list of everywhere that you've been in the last 2 days. And who did you notice when you were there? Because if nobody sticks out, then perhaps you weren't present. Perhaps you need to live in the moment a little bit more. I'm glad that you said that, Heather. Anything else about prospecting? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to move into follow-up. Now, everybody has, I should have brought it up. Everybody has the opportunity to follow up. And are you going to show them your system, Heather? Okay. So
I can.
Follow-up is really where the magic happens. Because prospecting is finding people, and in following up, I call it relationship building. So whether you're following up on somebody that you just met at the store, or maybe that follow-up happens when you go back to the store, and sooner or later you're going to get to the opportunity where you're going to either be a life friend or a business friend, and pretty much everybody that's in my life is my business friend too, because Scentsy what I do. And a good follow-up system is one that you're going to use. So we're going to talk about a 2-2-2 system, 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months. However, you get to tailor that to yourself. And I'm going to take this off of screen share so that Heather can get big.
Oh. I'm big enough, Melanie. Just kidding. Right, I'm going to see if I can get a little more light so you can actually. I know, it's kidding. Oh, it died. Okay, never mind.
I can see you okay.
Okay. So I have my little binder. This started with Megan Merlin. I think she's a star director now. This is her follow-up system. And I pretty much followed exactly what she does. And it has worked really, really well. Like, I didn't really have a system before at all. It was just sort of haphazard, and my stacks and stacks of order slips just kept getting bigger and bigger. And the bigger the stack gets, the less likely you are to even touch it. So I love this. It kind of separates things out, and it prioritizes who I need to talk to too, which is nice. So it starts, it's just a little binder, and it's got these pocket dividers in them. And so every time I have an order, even on my PWS, so I just make photocopies of my order forms so that I can do one for my PWS orders, so that I have a slip to follow. Otherwise, they kind of get lost and I forget about them. So when I get people that want to order stuff, I make a little note or I fill out an order form, and this is to be ordered. And then once it gets ordered, they're in here waiting for it to get shipped. And then once it comes in and I've tagged everything, it's here, it's pending delivery, so I haven't delivered it yet, it's hanging out in my house. And once it gets delivered, it goes in here. This is 1 week. So I also put a little sticker. These guys don't have stickers yet. So this one has, see the sticker? It says when it was delivered, whether or not they got a thank you. 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months is what I've been doing. So I slap a sticker on it. I write the date that it gets delivered and whether or not so I always include a thank you note in their package, but if it's a PWS order, for example, I need to mail them something. And then I check off on what they got for a thank you. And then they go in the 1 week. And so a week from their delivery date, I'm going to follow up. So all of these people, they may have just been delivered. Hopefully 1 week. Well, that one's a little bit behind, but not too bad. So these all need their first, did you get your order? What's going on? How do you like it? Is it working? You know, that kind of thing. And after I do that, I write the date, I check it off. What did I do? Did I call them? Did I email them? Did I postcard them? And then they go into the 1 month. And so I have the 1 month date here sitting and waiting. So this one is, the 1 month is 3/25. So on or about 3/25, I need to contact this person again and say, hey, how's it going? Do you need any more wax? And which one's your favorite? And all that kind of stuff. And then after I contact them in 3 months, then they go to the 3 month envelope. And so in 3 months, if I haven't heard from them, I'm going to contact them again. And then if they still haven't reordered and they still don't contact me, then it's 1 month after that. Because by then, it's been 3 months. We probably have a promotion, a new catalog, whatever. So I can call them again. And then I have a 3 month re-follow-up. Now they've been through 2 catalogs. If they haven't done anything, see ya. But more than likely, they have reordered. And so if at any point during this system they reorder, that slip goes in the reorders and they just file them away and they get a new slip, which starts back at the beginning. So it's not that every slip doesn't always make it to the 3 month folder, because often they're going to reorder and now they get a new slip and we start over again at the very beginning. And so they get another 1 week after they get their new order. And then I just have a joined and a booked. So some of them become hostesses and then they get into a whole different kind of category. So that's what I've been using. And it certainly kept me way more up to date than I usually have been in the past. So.
What do you think?
So there you go. And I like it because it's handy. I can take it to Panera with me, text everybody, send emails, write out postcards, whatever.
Where do you get your 3-ring binder?
Target, Walmart, any office store.
Staples has them too.
Yeah.
Staples has them too?
I think this one was Target,
Yes.
and the things are from Target also. The other thing too is like the 3 months. Once they get to 3 months, if they haven't ordered anything, I made some postcards. So I got this from Carol Bishop Hosh. I don't know if you can see it. So it's basically, we miss you. You haven't ordered in 3 months, and it's time for some more Scentsy. Please contact me. And that's about it. So that I can send that out. So those 3 month people, I've called them several times, and if they're not going to call me back and they're not ordering, I'm just going to send them a little postcard. So that takes some of the pressure off.
Ladies, thank you so much, Heather.
Welcome.
Your system is way better than my system. So my system is way better than it used to be. It's just not, it's not as organized
That's
as
all that
yours
matters.
is. So for me, I'm getting there. And what I would say to you is the sooner you can start a system, the easier it's going to be. Because for me, it feels like it's pulling teeth to change some of my ways that I know it's going to make an impact on my business.
And if you create a system, don't feel like you have to backtrack. Because I think that's the hardest thing about starting something new, is feeling like, well, now I have to redo all of this, or I've got to go back and all of these. Just start today and move forward, and it'll all catch up. Because it can be overwhelming to try to go back with a stack of order forms and try to figure it all out.
That's awesome. So what I want to talk about now is the 3 touch points. Knowing what to say or what you're going to say and being intentional about that is important, because sometimes people won't do it because they're like, well, I don't want to say. So for 2 days or 1 day or 1 week, your very first touch point, what might you say? Anybody?
Did you get your order?
Yeah. Did you get it? Yep. Is it out of the box or out of the bag? Because sometimes people get scared. Yeah, I had somebody, and sometimes people have a lot of sensey, so they don't always take it right out. But if they don't have
did the light bulb work okay? Which was your favorite scent? Yeah.
Anybody else? How about the second touch point, which might be 2 weeks or 3 weeks or some people a month?
How are you enjoying your new scents?
Love it. How are you enjoying them?
Sometimes I'll ask, how's your stash holding up?
Nice. After a month, if they got a 6-pack and they're melting wax, they might need more. However, at this point, I'm not asking necessarily for sales. I'm still building that relationship and letting them know. Maybe there's a new, well, of course, there's going to be a new warmer scent of the month.
Always a new scent of the month.
Yeah. So, and then at 3 months, or whenever that is for you, I don't want people to get caught up on specific time periods, because you got to figure out what's going to work for your life and your business. And we talk about 222 or 113 or whatever, but whatever works. What are you talking about then?
At that point, sometimes if I haven't heard from them in 3 months, I'm just saying, hey, how are you? Haven't talked to you in a while. Just wanted to check in and see how it's going.
Yeah.
I don't always even mention Scentsy. It's just a matter of reminding them that I'm still here and that I remember them. I haven't forgotten about them. And at that point, usually they're the ones that bring up product.
Yep.
I've been meaning to call you.
Yep. So it's huge about relationship building. What is your biggest hiccup or your biggest stumbling block when it comes to follow-up? Anybody? Because there's people on the line. We might be able to help you. I bet we can. Crickets. I hear crickets.
I think for most people, it's
time.
It's just sitting down to start. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it even has to be about time. And maybe it's because people think it takes longer than it does. But it doesn't have to. You can do 5 minutes a day and probably reach most of the people you need to talk to. So if you just start, it doesn't really take a lot of time. Mm-hmm. I think it's the fear of not knowing what to say if they ask you questions, or they fear of somebody hanging up on you, or fear of somebody telling you to get lost, or but that doesn't usually happen. Mm-mm. So I think it's just starting, and if you can just start, you'll get it done, and it will be nothing. I mean, it's not going to be bad. What could be bad? What could go wrong?
It's Scentsy. And you know what? Worst case scenario, they either didn't get it or they didn't like something.
And then I offer to change it, and then I get to meet with them again and bring my huge basket of scents, and they fall in love with something all over again. So.
Yep. 2 days ago, I met with somebody because she had 2 bars that she did not like, and one of them had a cube out of it. She said, I'm just going to give this one to you because I already used it. I said, no, I have a big old basket of wax here, and you're going to pick something. So she is on my VIP group, and she has been seeing some stuff from the new catalog, and she messaged me tonight, and she said, hey, tell me about that Scentsy Fresh and that Counter Clean stuff. What's that stuff? And have you used it? She's buying another product. If we had not touched, base for me to replace that product for her, I don't think I would have had that sale. I got a text message this morning from someone who had bought the clear oil from me, and she wanted to know, do you have any more? How quickly can I get some? So I had just a little mini tester one, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how to put a price on that. And I said, how about I give you this one, and I buy you, or I order you one. And I said, by the way, how is your oil doing? Because that one was for her father. I left that part out. And so then I ended up, because I said, how's yours doing? She bought 2 bottles, and I gave her the little free one. And then when I went to get money from her to order them, I brought the oils that I had on hand, and I had her smell them. So she got another one. So, and for me, it wasn't about I wanted to sell her stuff as much as I didn't want her to run out. So the clear she was using because she had sick people at home, and it was opening them up and helping them sleep. So, and I feel good about that. So don't feel like you're selling. I like to share it. Does that make sense? Okay. You make funny faces, Heather.
I need glasses and I don't wear them. And I'm getting older and I can't see things anymore.
You know what it is? My eye doctor says that it's my ability to focus. My ability to focus is, as you get older, you start to lose focus. So I do that too. And I'm not
losing focus. The older I get, the less focus I have. That's true.
Yeah. I want to jump back, if you don't mind me sharing the screen with you, to the cover of the team meeting. Don't mind me. Hold on. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you one other sheet that you might find helpful. Can you see this sheet here?
Mm-hmm.
If I haven't already uploaded it to the Believers and Achievers page, I'm going to, because it might help some people keep information about their customers. So not just their order forms, but really special information. Can you imagine if somebody, maybe your 31 person, if they reached out to you at your birthday, just to say happy birthday, or an anniversary, because birthdays, if it's on Facebook, I'm so lucky for that. That tells me when people's birthdays are, but anniversaries aren't there. Or maybe they're getting ready to go on a cruise. You can keep notes for that. Also, what they've ordered. So if it's gone past maybe the 3 months, or maybe there's a favorite scent, it gives you a spot to do that, to capture that information. So
I know a lot of people have used these sheets in a binder, or even put them in sheet protectors so that they can include their order forms in with their information. And that's great for paper people. People that are more technology, prefer technology rather than paper, because I know there's a lot of people like that too. All of this information on this sheet is on your workstation in the contacts tab. You can create this sheet on the contacts tab for each and every customer. Birthday, anniversary, there's a section for notes. You can check off what they're interested in. You can even keep their notes, your contacts with them in your notes section. And you can create who their hostess was, or where you met them, or how you found them, or all that kind of stuff. You can categorize. And then you can run a report with birthdays and find out whose birthday is this month, and all your customers that have birthdays, and do it real easy that way.
I love it.
Another option.
Thank you for sharing that too, because I'm not a paper person, and I haven't taken advantage of using all that information. However, I always thought that I needed to use the paper version. So, okay, let me bounce over here. This one. Okay. So, again, the people prospecting, somebody reached out to these people, and I bet they followed up. I bet it took them more than one time to talk to them. Now, do you see this person? Can you see my mouse if I hover over it? Can you see that?
You're not sharing the right screen.
Oh,
We still see your customer page.
oh, really? All right, so how do I do
Click
that?
on screen share again. Choose a different one.
Oh, okay. I thought I could just bounce between them. Thank you, Heather.
Mhm. If you choose desktop, you can, because then whatever's on your desktop will show. But
Well, I got all kinds of stuff on my desktop.
yeah.
Okay. Can you see my mouse now?
Mhm.
So you see this person down here?
Yep.
This person down here is somebody that completely inspires me because she's living a life that I want. This person's name is Wendy Robinson, and you can follow their journey if you want. Right now, they're taking a year to go around the world, and she gets to take her business with her. And they are experiencing some really, really cool stuff. So one of the reasons for me to continue to prospect and follow up is so that I can have that type of a lifestyle. I can share things like that with my kids. While I'm thinking about that, can you see here where it says, and I need you to really think about this. Can you say this for real? I believe in the person I want to become. Because if you don't believe it, you can't achieve it, which is why our team name is what it is. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. And so if you don't feel that way, message me privately and we'll figure it out, because you got to own your awesome, girlfriend, and you are more powerful than what you think. So we only have a couple of minutes left. I might even be over, but I do want to share one thing with you. It's coming up really soon in April. I'm going to
Very fast.
Yes, I'm going to stop screen sharing. So reunion registration.
Yeah.
I know. I think it's like April 3rd. Is it April 3rd?
Yeah.
Yes. And every year people are like, should I go? And I say, if you
Yes,
cannot all
duh.
make it, you have to be there. You have to. Because this is my explanation. And it's the only thing I can liken it to. You can go buy an ice cream cone and you can tell somebody about that ice cream cone. You can tell them how it feels on your mouth, but until you lick the damn ice cream cone yourself, you don't know. So you need to be there, because the experience, just seeing Heidi and Orville, if they were the only people there, that would be the best reason to go. However, seeing anywhere between 9,000 and 13,000 people that usually are at reunion. Yeah, seeing
Like
that many people who are all doing the same thing that you're doing, it like shows you the picture that you can't even imagine. And the training that you get there's usually a concert, a product kit. There's getting there is important. It's important to your business. It's important for me, who I am. Man, we missed one, and for good reason, but we missed one. And my whole year was not right because I didn't get the information firsthand. I'm sorry. It's okay for somebody to tell me about the ice cream cone, but damn it, I want to lick it. So, what else would you say? Anybody? So I know Heather's been, Danny's been.
I want to stir it up and shoot it in and
Yep, you want your own bucket of ice cream.
give it to me. I want my own spoon.
Yep.
Damn it. With sprinkles on top.
Uh-huh. So registration opens, there's a budget plan. Every year there's a budget plan. You don't have to have all the money all at once. Be checking for flights if you're within driving distance, and sometimes driving distance might be 18 hours. You know, it doesn't matter how you get there, so long as you get there. If you want to have a carpooling, I don't know. Well, when we went to
Rent a bus. Whatever.
Yeah. When we went to Pennsylvania for the very first world tour, there was Ron and 7 other ladies. Yep. It was the pimp. And we just got there. And it was an amazing experience. So I just say get there. Wait, if you're concerned about hotel, put 4 people, 5 people, 6 people in a room. You're not going to be in there very much. because you're going to be out where the other people are, networking and doing whatever you want to do. And I
And
really,
you're going to be so tired that it doesn't matter where you're sleeping. It just, if you're one of those people that are a little weird about that, like you won't be, because you're going to be so tired it won't matter.
yep, bring peanut butter and jelly and some bread. If you're
I
worried
usually
about
do.
cost for eating, Ron and I usually bring a cooler. We bring an extra suitcase, and in that suitcase, there's a cooler with some food in there, because I'm not all about the peanut butter and jelly. And so, but I also, my tummy's sensitive, and I don't want to eat out all the time either for cost and sensitivity. So we bring stuff. Don't feel like you can't bring stuff, that is. What else for money saving tips? Can you think of any more?
So there is usually, and we haven't gotten a lot of details this year. Last year when I went to reunion, I was very tight on funds. And one of the things I did, as much as I absolutely love the product kit and having stuff early, there was a registration without product kit. And so it was less than half what the full registration was. But I still got to experience everything of reunion just like everybody else. The only difference was I didn't get a box when I got home. But then they offered the consultant kits with product early anyway, so I just got it later when I had more money. So, and you got PRV for it. Hello. I got PRV for my reunion stuff. What's up? So, you know, if money's tight and that's a budget, don't discount those other registration opportunities and think you have to have the full thing to have the full experience, because you don't. There's lots of other ways. There's also, I think, just training where you don't go to all the fun crazy. Like if you're not into whoever the concert is and you're not really crazy, you know, whatever, there are other options that are just the training pieces that are less too. So there are other ways to get there and experience and get what you need and save money. Definitely sharing hotel rooms, and don't worry about having a hotel room right away. Like all the way up, I didn't even book a room with roommates until like a week or two before we left. Like there are constantly people looking for people to fill their room, and they're willing to make a deal because they're going to have to pay for it themselves if they don't.
Right.
I always bring food, protein bars, things like that. There's certainly ways to do it on a budget. Take the dogs in the way.
If you can, I do recommend that you stay at the main Scentsy Hotel, because if you are staying far away, it's hard. The commute can be challenging, and the networking opportunities are better. That said, if you can't because you got this much better rate, I get it too.
The other thing about better rates at hotels that are further away, remember you still have to park if you're driving in, or pay for transportation. So take that into account. I think at the Opryland where we stayed last year, the parking was like $100, and people who thought they were getting a deal ended up not having a deal because they're parking every day. So just take that into account, your transportation and parking costs if you're driving your vehicle, or like we paid for valet, I think in Indianapolis. We pulled in because we drove, we saving all this money, but we valet parked our car for the 3-4 days we were there. So it's not necessarily cheap to do that. And even if you leave your car where it's free parking, you still have to pay for transportation to get back and forth. So that can add up too. So just keep that into mind when you start looking at, you know, cheaper hotels. Are they cheap enough to cover that extra expense?
For me, I say pile more people in a room. Stay on site.
Rent a cot. Sometimes they'll rent a cot. You can pay like $10 or $15 a night and have an extra cot in the room, and then you can split it 5 ways instead of 4, or you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Put some pillows in the bathtub, whatever.
You're in college life again. So that's what I had for tonight. I think that we've probably, we've gone like 7 minutes over, but hopefully you're okay with that. And I'm open to any more questions. I'm going to stop the recording if I can figure it out how. If you are watching, oh yes, I'm just going to say goodbye. If you are watching this, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. And for the folks who are here, thanks for being here. Heather, thank you so much for always just having the perfect information, because she and I didn't talk about this before. And we just usually sync because she's just that awesome. So,
roll.
yeah, I love it. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording and we can chit chat some more if you want.